event for tonight, TNA superstar Magnus versus Damien Wayne. I want to bring in Magnus right now. You're here with us at AML for your debut. How does it feel being here?
It's great. I've had very good dealings with the AML promoters in the front office. And when they saw me, we discussed things, they made the price right, and now Magnus is here in AML.
Awesome.
But tonight, it's Damien Wayne. Heard a few things about this young man. He's been around the block a few times, but he hasn't been where I've been. And the fact of the matter is that I'm not here to be anybody's friend. I'm not here to shake anybody's hand. I'm here to prove to you, to the world, to these fans, to anybody who cares, that there's a reason why I am where I am. There's a reason why I'm the first British World Heavyweight Champion in history. And there's a reason why Damien Wayne will be looking up at the lights and going back to normality after the greatest night of his life being in this with me.
Big words from Magnus. You heard it here. AML Wrestling wants to bring you some of the best wrestling action. I want to bring in Damien Wayne right now. Last time here in AML, you had a crazy match against Cahagas. This time you have TNA superstar Magnus. The bar just keeps getting set higher and higher for you. What's going to happen in this match?
What's going to happen, Chris, is let me put it to you this way. TV superstar or not, Magnus, you're looking in the eyes of the Mid-Atlantic badass Damien Wayne, and I'm stepping foot in Winston-Salem right here in Johnny and June's, and I'm going to light AML on fire like I did last month, taking a Tokyo Monster all over this place. We tore the building apart. That's my style. That's the way I like it. I get the job done. So, tonight, Magnus, this ain't TV, Jack. You're in my playground, and I'm the baddest bully on the block.
Oh man, that was awesome. We're gonna need some extra security for this one. We're gonna take this to ringside.
The former NWA National and North American Heavyweight Champion, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the Mid-Atlantic Badass, Damien Wayne.
AML fans, it is main event time once again on the CW Triad 20 as America's Most Like Wrestling is about to deliver one of the biggest main events in the very short history of this program. I'm Blake Chadwick. I'll be calling all the action for you this week, as I do each and every week, right here on the CW Triad 20, as there's a man very familiar with the fans of Winston-Salem, has become very popular with the patrons here in Johnny and June's at the AML Arena, the Mid-Atlantic badass himself, Damien Wayne.
Appearing for the first time in the AML Arena, all the way from King's Lynn, England, weighing in at 256 pounds, the former TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Magnus!
As here comes his opponent, one of the most accomplished men in professional wrestling today. You hear the reaction from the fans in Winston-Salem as Damien Wayne this week will take on a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, a former TNA World Tag Team Champion, and a former IWGP World Tag Team Champion. The man known as Magnus, only 28 years old. We are talking about one of the young, up-and-coming, most accomplished stars in the game today.
Men, may I have your attention? AML founder Tracy Myers has declared this one will be no disqualification.
Magnus, again in incredible shape, a native of England, married to female star and a legend of the Mid-Atlantic region, Mickie James.
Okay, basement dwellers, it's Beyonce, but thanks for getting your facts right. As usual with the internet. You know what? You want to mess around with me and give me no DQ, that's fine. I'm here for one reason, to show every single one of you, including the mouth breathers in your black t-shirts. I can wrestle, I can brawl, Brother, I can do it all. Sit down. Shut up. Including you. Especially you. And witness the clinic in what a real professional is all about.
Go back to England, you
Back to the ring announcer as Magnus certainly turning these fans quickly against his back. And I'll tell you what, that's exactly how he likes it, because if you've seen his greatest success, when he won that TNA World Heavyweight title, he had very little crowd support, but the bell sounds, this one's underway. It is main event time once again here on the CW Triad 20 as the Mid-Atlantic Badass Damien Wayne goes one-on-one with TNA star Magnus. As Wayne, an accomplished star in his own right, been wrestling for over a decade, about 13 years now. And we talked about his accolades in the NWA, former two-time national heavyweight champion, former North American heavyweight champion, as Magnus is going to start things off here with a waist lock, go behind. Wayne trying the reversal, trying to break those hands free. Magnus has a little bit of a size advantage, about a 20-pound weight advantage. Little mat wrestling to start, and these two at a standstill. Nice job in the feeling out process by, once again, Damien Wayne. Has been trained by Mid-Atlantic mainstays Phil Brown and Preston Quinn, in addition to former member of the Four Horsemen and master of the slingshot suplex, Tully Blanchard. And if you go back to last year's WrestleCade 2014 in November, he took out the Greek god Papadon to pick up a huge win there, as Wayne's going to send Magnus for a ride. And the power of Magnus driving Wayne down with that shoulder tackle, as that 15, 20-pound weight advantage looks apparent in the early going. As Wayne has also knocked off such big stars as Marty Jannetty, Axel Rotten, C.W. Anderson, Julio De Niro, another TNA star Gunner, who we'll see in a couple of weeks here on AML Wrestling. But I'll tell you what, Wayne has gone toe-to-toe with some of the biggest stars, but I don't know if he's ever taken on a thoroughbred such as Magnus. And I did mention Wayne having that success over the Greek god Papadon at last year's WrestleCade. Well, coming up on November 28th at the Benton Convention Center right here in Winston-Salem, Wayne will have another opportunity to compete at WrestleCade, as WrestleCade 4 is coming your way once again, November 28th, Benton Convention Center in Winston-Salem. Last year, over 3,000 in attendance, as Matt Hardy knocked off Drew Galloway in defense of that WrestleCade heavyweight title. Wayne looks to be back in the fold and ascend the ladder, possibly competing for some gold, as Magnus also would like to make an appearance, as once again that shoulder tackle is going to send Wayne down. He's going to go to the outside, forced to regroup once again, and Mr. Mid-Atlantic might need to be rethinking his game plan that he brought in here today to take on Magnus this afternoon. And Magnus again, showing off that cockiness, trying to invite Wayne back into the ringside area. As Damien Wayne, even though his neck looks a little banged up, has not taken his eyes off of the former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And Magnus going to let him back in, but the second time won't be as friendly. And the hooligan's going to jump him right here. Looking like a hooligan from England. Just throwing those right hands into the face there of Damien Wayne. And there's a stiff European uppercut, as Magnus is having his way with Wayne in the early going. Irish whip's going to send Wayne to the opposite buckle. And the power there of Magnus is going to send Wayne to one knee. As Magnus would certainly like to be a part of WrestleCade. Would be a top contender for Matt Hardy's WrestleCade title, you would have to think. Irish whip here, reversal. And Magnus going to charge in, and Wayne going to send him to the outside. Nice job sidestepping him there as Damien Wayne, as Magnus getting very frustrated now that he can't stay on the advantage. But he needs to turn around, as shades of a couple of weeks ago, when Damien Wayne and the Tokyo Monster Kahagas rolled all around Johnny and Junes here at the AML Arena in that hellacious Pinfalls Count Anywhere match. Wayne very familiar with these confines, and he's introducing Magnus to them right now. Knife edge chop by Wayne. Gonna send Magnus scurrying, as all the fans in the front row, they appear to have moved out of the way, as Magnus is gonna need to find a different seat now, as Wayne's gonna try to bring him back in the ring so he can beat him for the 1-2-3. And it looks like Magnus, he might be looking to head back on a flight to England. But Damien Wayne, oh, we're going through the curtain here, folks. We're gonna try to bring in the action as best we can. as Damien Wayne brings Magnus back to the curtain now. He's going to bring him back towards the ringside area. The Mid-Atlantic Badass has certainly turned things up a notch here over the last couple of minutes. Wayne throwing that right hand in the face of Magnus. These two brawling all around Johnny and June.
Whoop his ass, Damien!
And listen to that knife edge chop just ring throughout Johnny and June's here. As Damien Wayne wants to be considered one of the top contenders for that AML Heavyweight Championship, which will see the first champion crowned in just a couple of weeks, as Wayne off the top, and he's met with a European uppercut by Magnus. Nice presence of mind there by the 12-year veteran, and only 28 years old, as Magnus rakes his boot right across the face of Wayne, once again showing him no respect, and now trying to light him up like a Christmas tree right here in the springtime. And Magnus too busy jawing with the fans here. But we were talking about the new AML Heavyweight Champion will be crowned in the coming weeks. Wait a minute, keep your eyes on Wayne. He's going to roll up Magnus. 1, 2. And the roll-up only gets a 2 count, but Magnus quickly going right back on the attack. So Damien Wayne can't stay on the advantage. Magnus looks like he's going for a suplex and a snap suplex up and over, picture perfect. 1, 2. And Wayne's going to kick out, as Magnus going to try to continue to wear Damien Wayne down once again. But we were talking about Wayne looking to become one of the top contenders for that AML Heavyweight Championship Sunday, May 24th, right here at Johnny and June's in Winston-Salem at the AML Arena. We will look to crown a AML Heavyweight Champion in a 4-way matchup. It will be the first champion, a historic afternoon it will certainly be, as Wayne off the ropes, he walks right into a clothesline, as Magnus continues to stay on the offensive. As the likes of Zane Dawson, King Shane Williams, and Caprice Coleman, just some of the top stars in contention for that AML Heavyweight Championship. Once again, Sunday, May 24th. Get your tickets now, AMLWrestling.com, starting as low as $8. As Magnus drives that elbow right into the throat of Wayne, who's dangling over the side of the ring apron and now hits the floor. And Magnus in complete control right now. As Magnus, oh no, he's going to pick Wayne up. He's got Wayne, and he's going to take him back first, right into the ring post. The small of the back from Wayne, just hitting the ring post. No padding or protection there. Magnus has gained control. Damien Wayne trying to fight for his life. This main event hangs in the balance. We'll be back in a couple of minutes on AML Wrestling Live on the CW Triad 20.
Is coming to AML Wrestling. That's May 24th in Winston-Salem. See 4 men face off for the AML Heavyweight title. Plus, Big Doc Gallows and the Bullet Babe Amber O'Neal.
Fans, don't miss AML Wrestling Live right here at Johnny and June's in Winston-Salem. It's going to be on May 24th. You can go to AMLWrestling.com, get your tickets right now, and be on television with us.
Coming up next week on AML Wrestling Live, as he charges into the corner. He's taking back advantage. Scott's going to put on the brakes. He throws the back elbow up. King Shane staggers back into the center of the ring. Brandon Scott tries to gain control again. And Brandon Scott with a cutter from the middle rope. Impressive move right there by Brandon Scott. Did this do it? He rolls it over. 1, 2. Oh, and folks, I thought that might have done it. 2 and 7/8, as the resiliency here of King Shane Williams is something you have to admire, regardless if you like his attitude or not. As there's a knee to the midsection, could the 3rd time officially be the charm, and he's not going to be able to do it. And a back body drop by Brandon Scott, but King Shane, he's going to try the sunset flip roll through, and the double stop there by Scott. He's got him in position here. Could he hook the leg? This could do it. 1, 2, and a 3rd consecutive near fall. Ron Mills reiterating to Queen Taylor that he does not count 3, as Brandon Scott thought he had the match won. Stay tuned for the conclusion of this week's main event. That's coming up next.
Honesty, a value that seems lost in today's auto industry. At Beamer Tire and Auto Repair, we have built our reputation on providing honest and friendly service. With 2 ASE certified master technicians and industry-leading technology, the tire experts at Beamer are well equipped to service or repair any maker model on the road today. So, for all of your future automotive needs, be sure to stop by Beamer Tire and Auto Repair. We care because you can go anywhere.
Damien Wayne and Magnus have been going back and forth as Magnus with that sidewalk slam right to the front row. Folks, you might think there's nobody in attendance, but literally the entire first couple of rows have scattered as Wayne and Magnus are going back and forth here. And you saw right before the break, Magnus taking Wayne back first right into that ring post. Wayne off the ropes, he's going to kick Magnus in the face, and a big knee lift, and that's going to send Magnus down. He pops right back up, but Wayne there with a shoulder tackle and a back elbow. Mr. Mid-Atlantic starting to fire up here. Wayne picks up Magnus, and a big scoop slam, and drops the leg. Can Wayne capitalize here? Hooks the leg, 1, 2, and Damien Wayne gets a near fall, and he's starting to mount some offense here against Magnus. Meets the back elbow, and he walks right into a drop kick, does Magnus. As Damien Wayne now, he's calling for it. Can he go up top and hit that elbow drop? That's how he dispatched Cahagas a couple of weeks ago on this program. Wayne looking to ascend the ladder here at AML. He wants to be the AML Wrestling Champion. He goes for the elbow drop. Nobody home as Magnus moves out of the way. Magnus also a master of that top rope elbow. And could he be putting Wayne in position? There's a Michinoku driver. Hooks the inside leg. 1, 2, and 2 3/4. And Magnus thought he had it right there. Again, Magnus, a former one-half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions. Well versed in that Japanese strong style, utilizing Taka Michinoku's finishing move, that Falcon Arrow variation, that Michinoku driver. And now he's trying to turn it over there into the Texas Cloverleaf. The great Malenko, Dean Malenko, and his father Boris Malenko, perfecting that move for many, many years all throughout the world. And Magnus can't lock it in, as Wayne has found himself in the ropes. And Magnus now arguing with the official. He wanted a 3 count, but he's going to have to focus right back on Wayne. Wayne throws that shoulder into the midsection. Wayne on the outside. He's going to try to take Magnus from the inside out. He's going for that suplex. Magnus sensing desperation. He's going to block it. But Wayne with a tornado DDT from the outside in. That's going to take out Magnus. And the former TNA World Heavyweight Champion is down here. Magnus rolls into position. Wayne's up top once again. Could he possibly hit this elbow drop? If Damien Wayne hits it, it very well could be over. He's going to get it. He wasn't in the best position, but Wayne will still connect with that elbow. He rolls over. He hooks the outside leg. 1, 2, 3. Yes, no, wait. 1, 2, 3, and Magnus, he reverses it into a crucifix. And Damien Wayne, a lackadaisical cover there, a momentary lapse in judgment. And the 12-year veteran has shocked Mr. Mid-Atlantic here on this week's main event at AML Wrestling Live. Magnus in his AML debut gets pushed to the limit by Damien Wayne, and we thought that was all she wrote after getting nailed with that top rope elbow, but the presence of mind to roll Wayne over with that crucifix, pinning him with his back to his stomach instead of stomach to stomach.
Right here in AML Wrestling in Winston-Salem.
And he has certainly had the advantage here as Wayne. And now both of these men back in a respective corner here. The crowd at Johnny and June's. And Magnus now standing by with Chris Lee after this big win.
You won your debut here in AML Wrestling. Hard-fought match against Damien Wayne. What are your thoughts?
I told you in the interview earlier today that I'm going to show you, Damien Wayne, and the world, that there's a reason what I do, and I have the contract that I have on the first break. So never hold the world championship, something that none of you will ever understand. But Damien Wayne, I give the devil his due. You proved to me tonight you are everything these people say you are. And that's as much as you're going to get from me. Until next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Magnus.
But the Englishman is going to pick up the win here at America's Most Like Wrestling. As Damien Wayne getting ready to leave the ringside area, he's getting a standing ovation here from the fans at Johnny and June's. Look at this. Certainly showing their adulation for DW. He has got to be considered one of the top contenders for whoever the first ever AML champion will be, crowned in just a few weeks here on AML Wrestling Live.
Raj Singh is coming to AML Wrestling. That's May 24th in Winston-Salem. See 4 men face off for the AML heavyweight title. Plus, Big Doc Gallows and the Bullet Babe Amber O'Neal.
Fans, don't miss AML Wrestling live right here at Johnny and June's in Winston-Salem. It's going to be on May 24th. You can go to amlwrestling.com, get your tickets right now, and be on television with us.
All right, Tracy, let's go.
Let it go, let it go. Still going?
Try not to go so far that way.
Yeah. Who? Your head. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm doing the Steve.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we're standing by. Let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go.
Cut.
Oh my God.
You didn't turn back to her.
Turn backwards.
You didn't turn back to her.
We'll do it again. I was feeling the beatbox, man.
We're standing by. In 3, 2.
Let it go. Let it go.
Cut.
Do a little swing now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Stand by. In 3, 2.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Cut. Trying to tune
My
it
little
up.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah. Hey, do one of them.
Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go.
A lot of fans have been asking about the lineup for WrestleCade 2015. Well, folks, more than 100 stars are going to be there. Here's just a sample of who's been announced so far. Matt Hardy, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mr. Anderson, Abdullah the Butcher, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Henry Godwin, Bob Holly, Kevin Sullivan, Shane Douglas, and Harley Race. Go to WrestleCade.com and see who else is coming to Winston-Salem and get your tickets before they sell out. Remember, that's November 28th, WrestleCade 2015.
Good Lord. Hold that. Gracious.
They're going to use that later.
Uh-huh. You know he's serious. The headband came off. Oh, nice. Just, wow! Measuring him for that shot. Well, look at Lancelot fight back.
That's a wrong move.
And look at Hernandez smile and murder him. Look at this.
Oh! Man. Wow. Oh!
A gringo cutter by Homicide, cover 2, and Harlem there to break it up.
To me, wrestling was always a human game of chess. just like right there. Homicide called Shelley over, distracts the ref, and Shelley goes back to work. Big man Hernandez is going to cut Bravado off. Here we go.
Oh, they've been teaming a long time, and you can see they're very smooth at it.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No.
Here comes Homicide. Through the roof!
Oh, nice. These guys are insane.
It looks like
No
a
way
car
this big guy
accident.
is doing this.
No, don't tell me.
Oh, I think he is. Here he comes. Oh, that's off! Oh, my goodness gracious. Larry?
Well, I'm sure they saw me do that so many times. Another one of my moves is stolen.
My goodness.
Quite some
Hernandez charged right into his boot. Off the second rope.
Nope.
Oh, he caught him.
Nice switch.
Oh, a powerbomb.
He's dead.
Who's the legal man?
I think it's Harlem.
Pedro Morales.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
What a chop.
Ooh,
Oh.
That's a tactical error by Harlem.
Nice packed house here tonight for WrestleCade.
Yeah, not a ticket to be had. It's not an empty seat in the place. Oh, he's going to set him up for that big power bomb. Here he goes. No! He rolled through. Recover.
Close to the rope.
He got him!
Oh, I don't believe it.
Unbelievable! Out of nowhere, a sunset flip.
No checkmate.
What a move out of nowhere, because that was going to be it. Hernandez had him in position for that big flying power bomb, but Harlem was able to turn that into a sunset flip and a victory. And what has to be considered an upset striker, the Bravados were able to take out the Latin American Exchange.